Might as well stop that because I might get copyright. Sorry. Take my glasses off so you don't see the glare, obviously. Anyway. Irate-Marauder here, and I'm here for a video response to me and Mr. Mayo. I'm well, I'm not going to say I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of your videos. I can't say a big fan because I haven't been watching you for a long time. Let's say, 3 weeks ago? I'd probably say. I've watched you before, and then I just kind of, I was just like, okay. And then I came back to you, and now I'm starting to become a bigger fan of yours. And you have a pretty great Beatles collection, and this video, obviously, if you're watching this, it's a response to your, well, let me get the official title here, to my Beatles 50th anniversary contest. And warning, if you don't like cursing, I'm sorry, there's gonna be cursing in here. It's just how I am. I can't really help it. I mean, I'll try to calm down the cursing. Hey, maybe I won't curse at all in this video. That will be a milestone. But okay, so I'm just saying, the questions might not be exactly what you said. And even if the questions are far off from what you're saying and I can't be in the contest, oh well, I'll just do this for like a fun little thing. And you know, it's fun making these videos. So a lot of you know me as a Beatles fan, a wrestling fan, and a hip hop guy, and a video game guy. So it's gonna be a little weird because, well, not really weird, but anyway, today is February 9th, the 50th anniversary, so I was like, you know what, I'll make the video today, and I'll upload it today. And, I don't know, let's just get started, I guess. So, who's my favorite Beatle was the first question. I might not even go in order here, I might just skip around. So let's just go. Yeah, favorite Beatle is Paul McCartney. I don't know, I feel like I like a lot more Paul McCartney songs than, anyone else in the group. And just remember, I am kind of a newbie, and I'll get into the origin of how I became a Beatles fan in a little bit, but I'd probably say Paul is my favorite Beatle. I don't know. I like his songs a lot more, to be honest. And when it comes also down to the solo career, I prefer Paul over John. But Paul and John are like literally like this. Like this is right here's Paul and right here's John. So it's like they're barely missing. Like they could be both at the top, but John has some stuff that's kind of like darker, and I just prefer Paul. And Ringo is probably my least. Nah, surprisingly, George is probably my least favorite. Yeah, I'm going in a little bit in depth into the question. George is probably my least favorite because I don't know. I can get into his music, but it takes me a little bit to get into his music. And Ringo, I don't know. He just reminds me of like a poppy rock artist, which is cool because I don't. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. I don't listen to rock music, not a lot. And the Beatles are my favorite artists of all time. That's the thing. They're like the only rock music I listen to. I'm trying to get into Led Zeppelin. I'm trying to get into Bob Dylan. I'm trying to get into all these people. I don't know if Bob Dylan's technically rock. He's more like a folk. But I know more about hip hop than I do the Beatles. So if it comes off, I'm saying like one of my favorite songs is one of the worst songs by the Beatles. Like, I mean, you gotta think about it like this. I'm not an in-depth rock guy, but when it comes to the Beatles, I try to soak up as much information as I can. And as you can see, I am wearing a Beatles hat because close enough. You can see basically it. Because I can. Anyway. So yeah, Paul McCartney. I'd probably go Paul McCartney, John, Ringo, and George. Not that I'm saying, well, those are mainly based on the solo careers, but if it was going by in the Beatles, it's definitely going to be Paul, John, George, and Ringo. Ringo is just at the bottom because he has like very little, well, compared to the whole discography of them, he has like a couple of songs in comparison, so I'll go with Paul's my favorite. Favorite album by the Beatles? Probably Sgt. Pepper's. I don't know how much I really want to explain, and I like it a lot. yeah, I just kind of do. I feel like I don't know, this album, like you know those albums that you listen to, and you hear it, and then you're like, wait, was that one full song? That's what I kind of get with this album, and it's something I could do. I could listen to over and over again, and it won't get boring because it switches it up so much during between each song. And if I had to pick a second choice, Magical Mystery, Magical Mystery Tour, the LP, not the EP. And then third is the White Album. White Album just has a lot of stuff on it that I can listen to. And, yeah, I don't know what else to really say about that. Favorite song, Can't Buy Me Love. I like the song Meaning. I like the lyrics a lot. I like how it's kind of like, I don't know. It's something, it seems like you've heard it before, and then you kind of listen to it and you're like, no, I haven't, but then it's like, yeah, you kind of have. And I guess, I don't know, I just like the song a lot. And if I had to pick another one, Here Comes the Sun. I feel like that's really well, what is it? The instruments are really well mended together, so it makes like a whole big thing. It doesn't just sound like I can pick out each instrument. And then again, remember, I'm a hip hop guy, not a rock guy, so I don't know what sounds like a bass, what sounds like a guitar, and all this bullshit. Again, sorry for the cursing, but and no offense, I don't mean it in an offensive way. I'm more of a hip hop guy. It's just kind of out there, but well, on that song, it just kind of seems like every instrument's actually working together, and not like on the White Album. So sometimes it just kind of sounds like, I don't know, it just kind of feels like something's off. But I mean, I love the White Album. Don't get me wrong. Again, I said like my third favorite album from there, but I can tell you honestly, and a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, it doesn't have a lot of filler. I don't know. Some songs in there I could throw away and make one big album, maybe like a 20, 25 song album. I could throw away like 5 songs really. Like honestly, a lot of people say that Piggies is eh. I really hate it. Oh wow, I'm getting off topic. Okay, so my least favorite song I guess would be Piggies. I don't know. It's corny and I understand what it's talking about, but I can't get into it at all. Okay, I'm gonna take the hat off. And yes, I did get a new haircut. Not like it really matters. Okay, origin story. Let's see. Let's. Okay, as a kid, I don't remember listening to him too much, but I do remember 2012. I started listening to him for like a couple days. I got like the was it the #1 box set or something like that? Not the box set, but God, sorry. Like the #1s. I remember getting that. Not in physical form, but I got it on like digital. I listened to that a few times, I guess, or just picked some songs out of it and just listened to them. And then last year, during the summer, I got into them, and then I just kind of I just didn't really listen to them until around September, around when school started. I think it was I stopped listening to the Beatles a lot. Well, when I listened to the Beatles, I just kind of listened to them at their main songs that like everyone knows. I wasn't like a big guy who was like, gotta get all them Beatles. But I think I started listening to them. I would say September. Probably no, October. So that's why I said before I'm not a big. I shouldn't say I'm a big Beatles fan. I am, and I'm not like an old Beatles fan, so I don't know a lot of information. I know a good amount of information, but let's see. Yeah, so October I started listening to them again. Again, I was listening just to like the regular songs that everyone knows. Let's see. December, yeah, December. That's when I started listening to them a lot more, and think, actually, yeah, just last month I finally listened to all 13 British LPs. Mainly because I've been listening to like certain songs from the albums and stuff like that. So, I mean, I haven't really been listening to a whole bunch of their albums up to that point. So when it came down to it, I was just like, okay, if I'm gonna be like now, as of right now, there will be times, and a lot of this is like almost every day. I'll listen to my iPod on like the bus going to school or just driving around, and I won't play anything else with Beatles, like Beatles and then the solo material. So I started doing that late November, and I noticed it in December. And I was like, okay, I already have a few albums by them. Let me just go out and buy the rest. And now I own the rest. A lot of them I don't have a physical copy, mind you that. So, and when I show you, when I get to the next part, I'll talk to you about that. But yeah. Where would I say I first heard the Beatles though? Probably online. I mean, probably YouTube. And then my friend always talked about him, so I kind of got into him. And then there's a band locally, and I've talked to like one of the, I don't want to say guitar because I know he probably doesn't play it. Guitar slash bassist. I talk to one of them at least like once a week, and we'll talk about Beatles sometimes, and he's talked to me about it, and I just kind of started getting into it from that. But I don't know what else to say. Okay, so now he said show something unique that you have. I don't really have anything unique. Except for one thing which I've never, as I watch a lot of videos and a lot of people don't bring it up. I mean, I understand why, but yeah, I guess we could just start. I'll show you my whole collection because my collection's not that big. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have like 12 items from the Beatles. 13 if you count the book I have, but I don't know where the book is. So let's start. I guess we'll start with the CDs because I'll show you my records last week. I don't have a lot of them. Actually, I might have counted. Oh, I might have 14 actually. Okay, so whatever, give or take. I'll start with the British LPs, and I only have one US album because I just bought it a couple days ago. Actually, a week ago on Super Bowl Sunday. So, first album that I picked up, right? Yeah, the first Beatles album I picked up was way back in I think November, and like physical. I'm not talking about digital because digital I bought all of them already. I bought it again on digital and on CD. Yeah, a couple of these are gonna be CDs because I like collecting CDs. I want to start getting back into vinyl collecting. I've done it a little bit last year, and I really liked it, but then the prices kept on going up, and I was like, oh, I gotta stop. So I'm gonna try to get back into it because now I can actually get into it. So, 1964, A Hard Day's Night. I probably got the fucking year wrong. No, I don't think I did. It doesn't tell me on the back, but okay. This is the re-release version from 2009. Nothing really too special. I don't even think it's... Oh yeah, the disc is in there. Obviously, if you're a fan, you might already have this. I'm not going to show you the booklets because the booklets honestly don't really need to be shown. And then, oh god, I already touched the CD. I hate that. That's a pet peeve of mine. When people just touch your records, I don't. God, I want to like punch them in the face. I'm just kidding. But I really kind of, it's just a pet peeve of mine when people like touch your records and they feel the ridges and they're like, oh my god, there's freaking ridges on here. Okay, so the booklet, I got the, it's just a little bit, sorry. One of my favorite Beatles albums, I'd say. Probably my favorite soundtrack Beatles album. But, yeah. Hard Day's Night. Next one is the second, the second album that was a soundtrack, technically. Help. I got this one for Christmas. Because I asked for a bunch of Beatles albums for Christmas. This was 1965, the album originally released, and this is the 2009 repressing. and the Parlophone type disc. Probably my third or yeah, probably like my third favorite movie soundtrack, and then my least favorite probably is Yellow Submarine. I don't know, I just can't get into that album. I can get into the first 6 songs, I can't get into the instrumentals. Then comes my favorite Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper's. Was this the first one? No, this is the second one. Okay, this is the second CD I bought. I bought this on Black Friday. It wasn't on sale or anything. I just kind of wanted to get it because I was like, this is my favorite Beatles album. I might as well own it on CD. So yeah, and then again, don't know if I should really show you the CDs, but Parlophone, Yellow Parlophone. This is again a remaster from 2009. Why do I like this album? I've already told you. I plan to get all of these albums I'm about to show you on record, except for maybe like one of the CDs I'm going to show you. Next one, the last UK Beatles album I have on CD. I need to up my collection. But Abbey Road, this is the 1987 release. Surprisingly, this album is probably lower than expected on my list. Not that I can't get into it. It's not that. It's just that tracks 1 through 7 are excellent, in my opinion. That could be an EP. You know, it'll be like the greatest EP of all time. But I think I'd probably say the melody part is something I'm not a big fan of, actually. I just can't get into the melody. The End's a great song, and Her Majesty's a great little song, too. But honestly, it's great, don't get me wrong. It's not going to be one of my tops. If you're wondering, that's what the inside looks like of that. Would I recommend getting it? Of course, it's a Beatles album. It's Abbey Road. Everyone should have this in the collection. I don't know if I showed that. Abbey Road. Yeah. So those are my UK albums. Now on to the only United States album I have. Why? I don't know. Let me get out of the packaging, actually, because the one I was like, I might as well get this one, because this one's actually a really good US album. Yesterday and Today. And then also, if you guys didn't know, look, it comes with the Butcher cover. Honestly, I like the Butcher cover, but if I was to prefer, I'd probably say Yesterday and Today's cooler cover is this one. This one I like, don't get me wrong. I feel like it shouldn't have been the album cover, though, to be honest. It's funny and cool, but I just prefer this one opposed to this one. And yes, you can stick this on this one. I'm not going to do that, though. And then inside, because this is still relatively new, these are still relatively new releases, it comes with a little sleeve like it would have had back when the album first released. And then you get the CD, and not only you get the CD, you get a plastic cover. And let me take it out. Capital Rainbow logo, and and very nice of these people to do this. Whoever made this set was smart. Put mono and stereo both on one disc. Amazing. I'd probably say this is an album that if UK didn't have if UK didn't have some of the albums if UK didn't have Revolver or Rubber Soul or Help, and it was just this, I would have been happy with it. But you know, again, Capital. I would say Hey Jude is a much better. It's probably my favorite US album, honestly. I think I probably just said before that this was my favorite, but Hey Jude I feel like is a lot better. It actually feels like it could be an album. It's because it's like a lot of unreleased stuff except for like 3 songs, I think. I mean, by unreleased, I mean like they were officially released singles, but they weren't released on albums. So there you go. 1966, I think. Right? 1966, I think. Now on to the solo material, and also my Just Remember Beatles albums on record. So let's start with Paul McCartney because that's the only one I have solo material for on CD. First off is Ram. I picked this up in January because I want to start getting into Paul McCartney more. So I was like, you know, I'll pick it up. And 2 discs, the 2-disc set. The first one is the original album remastered, and the second one is a bunch of bonus materials, like mixes, different mixes, and some different songs that weren't on the album. And right here, I love this. It's first it comes with this. It shows you all the other titles that are going to come out. Okay. And then it's a book, kind of like Magical Mystery Tour on record. I'm not going to show you too much of the book. Great album, my favorite Paul McCartney album. I don't really want to say anything else because I'm already pushing. Yeah, I'm already on 21 minutes. So again, if you don't have it, go out and get it. It's a really great LP. And an album I picked up last night because I got a haircut yesterday. So we were like, hey, and my dad's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, let's go to FYE, which is like a CD store because I like buying my CDs from FYE. And I was like, oh, I'll buy 2, get 1 for $1. And I looked around and I only saw 1 album. And I was like, I'll still get it because my dad had to find parking farther away. So he was like, you better get something. So, and it worked out because he got something else. He got something for cheap. So, Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. Yeah. Just listening to this last night. It's really fucking good. Again, sorry for the cursing. It's really excellent. It's in my CD player. I didn't play it on the CD. I didn't play the CD version. I played my digital copy. Well, yeah. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but if you don't have it, go out and check it out. It's really good. Now, before we get into the records, because the records are the main part, really, I'm going to show you guys something that's really weird. Well, not weird, but it's never talked about, and it's kind of like, why? Like, it's really cool. Being the gamer I am, the Beatles rock band. I'm surprised a lot of people don't talk about this in their collection videos. Maybe a lot of people don't have it, but I don't understand why. I can't open it. Disc isn't in there. It's in my Wii U. Don't know what a Wii U is? Just go look it up. And no, it's not a Wii. I don't like when people just assume it's another Wii. I just play Wii games, but it doesn't. It's not a Wii. It's just cross-compatible. This is an excellent game. Probably one of my favorite games of all time. I actually recently got this. I got this not recently, a few days before Christmas. So I wanted something to play to hold me off. So really, really good. I played through the story mode with my sister, and we beat that relatively fast. It wasn't too hard, but it's harder if you want to get all like the pictures and all the little bonus stuff. On there they have the first Christmas record that was released with the fan club. It's some backstage stuff and something else. But really good game. But we're not here to talk about games. We're here to talk about hats because again, I already showed you this in my Beatles hat. So, what Beatles albums do I have? Well, and by albums I actually mean albums. Sadly, I have 2 Beatle albums on record, and then I have 3 solo projects on record. So it's going to be a long video, isn't it? Okay, let's start with the United States album I have, which I just recently talked about. Hey Jude. Hey Jude. I don't really want to... Well, okay, I'll back this up a little bit so you can see it a little better. So, again, Hey Jude, on record. I think this might be... I don't know if this is going to be an original release or a release that was later pressed. It was probably released later pressed because I remember hearing this came with a poster or something like that. I'm not really sure. Hey, this could even be a bootleg. I don't know. still a really good album. And on here it does say "Hey Jude." It doesn't say "The Beatles Again," which is technically one of the real, like the real name of the album. Comes in this paper sleeve, and I got this at there was a day, where was it? It was like a street fest, and me and my dad went to it because we were gonna pick up my sister, and we were looking around, and this guy had a bunch of records. I think he had Sgt. Pepper's. I should have picked that up, but then again, it was during the summer, and again, I wasn't a big Beatles fan during the summer, so I was just kind of like, and my dad thought it was a rare record. He's like, I've never seen that cover, so I was like, okay, we'll get it. It was like $8. There are some scratches on it, sadly. I just care if it really plays and the record looks decent. Otherwise, it's pretty clean. Someone carved some numbers onto the record. I don't know what. I don't know if that's actually carved or what. It says number 2. Oh no, that might just be a, yeah, it might just be a pressing. The second side looks a little bit less played. So it looks like someone played a lot of the first side, which I'll tell you the track list because I got no time to waste. No, I got time to waste. Can't Buy Me Love, I Should Have Known Better, Paperback Writer, which is, okay, first 2 tracks are on albums. Paperback Writer isn't on an album. This is where you'll start to see rare tracks that were not on records, they're only singles. Rain. I'm not a big fan of Rain, but okay. Lady Madonna, big fan of Lady Madonna. Revolution, not Revolution 1, Revolution, the single version. Hey Jude, that the 7-minute version, not the like this 4-minute version that came out. Old Brown Shoe, again, and I'm not a totally big fan of that. Don't Let Me Down, I'm a big fan of that song, really underrated song. And the Ballad of John and Yoko, not the biggest fan of that song, but honestly, it's a really kick-ass record. Would I get it? Yeah, I'd probably say get it, but don't pay over 20. That's my advice. But then again, I'm not a record collector, and maybe one day I'll show my whole record collection, which just consists of, oh, funny story, I have bad luck with Beach Boy records, and I'll explain why in another video. Well, anyway, okay, so this one is, okay, technically it's a United States record, but we all know this record went from United States to being a UK one. The Magical Mystery Tour. I don't think this, it says 1967 on the bottom, but honestly it could be something totally different. I think the pages are starting to fall apart. Are they? Oh, they might. My book's starting to fall apart. Or it's starting to fall apart. Oh god, it's hanging on by like a thread. Okay. So, here is the inside. I don't know if this is original or not, but it's pretty cool. I will show you the book. You know what? I will. There's a page. There's a page. And I can't get that. These pages. Here's the back with the lyrics. Can't listen to that. I didn't even know this had lyrics on the back. Wow. Okay. And not all the songs too. Oh, it's just from the EP. God, sorry about that. This is probably a repressing. Yeah, probably. Well, okay. Orange Capital label. I see, he's really got me. A clean record, just kind of dusty. No scratches for what I see. Really kick ass. I've played this a couple times. Song listings are Magical Mystery Tour, The Fool on the Hill, Flying, which is an instrumental, Blue Jay Way, Your Mother Should Know, I'm the Walrus on side 1. Side 2, Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, Baby You're a Rich Man, and All You Need Is Love. The only song I don't like on here really is Baby You're a Rich Man. Otherwise, it's my second favorite Beatles album of all time. Kick ass. I think I'm getting sick, guys. This is terrible. It sucks because when I get sick, I get really sick. So maybe when I get sick, I'll just play some Beatles. I don't know. Now we're on to the solo Beatles stuff, and I have a few, nothing too special. And two of these records I still even haven't listened to. So you gotta think about it like that. And I'm saying on digital form or even vinyl or CD. First off, we'll start off with the only Paul McCartney one I have on record, Band on the Run. What I got this for a few dollars. I don't remember. I think I got this and Hello Dolly by Louis Armstrong for like $8. The guy wanted 12, but I was able to get him down to 8 because that guy was cool. The store I went to closed apparently. I don't know why, but shit happens, you know. Here you get the original sleeve, I'm guessing, and then it comes with the lyrics, and on the back there's a Paul, Linda, again, the Beatles band, and that one guy from Bee Gees. Okay, let's just say he's that one guy from Bee Gees. He looks like the guy from Bee Gees. Let's go with that. Song listings, I'll tell you in a second when it's a record out. I haven't looked at this record, actually. I don't know how good it is. It's got some scratches. Pretty thick record, though. Anyway, a little dirty, some scratches on it. Honestly, I think it should play fine. Okay. The track listing. Band on a Run, Jet, Bluebird, Mrs. Vanderbilt, Let Me Roll It, Side 1. Side 2. Whoa, that's actually really... What? Okay. Mamma Mia, No Words, Hell on Wheels, Picasso's Last Words, Drink to Me, and 1985. Again, I haven't listened to this record, so if you guys could tell me if it's worth a listen, please tell me. I mean, I'm up to it. And yes, this is a long-ass video. I didn't expect it to be this long. Such a short collection. It's going to cost me such a long time. I don't even know if I can upload these to YouTube. Hopefully I can. It's going to take a hell of a long time, though, so this might not be... I might not upload until, like... I might go to school tomorrow and then upload in the morning. Next record. Now these I have in sleeves because I got some sleeves from I bought 2 records a few weeks ago, and the records aren't that great, so... Well, actually, I don't know if they're that great, but... This I got from the same guy that same day. Actually, my dad traded... Originally he wanted $10 like a week or two before that. My dad he's like... The guy's like, what do you want? And... He's like, oh, I wanted money. My dad was like, I wanted money. He's like, we could also do a trade if you want. My dad's like, do you want a record? Is there a record you saw in there? And I was like, yeah, I saw a record, so I went and got it. John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Double Fantasy. The last record before John's passing, obviously. I think I played one side of this. I fucking love these records, so I need to get some. I think I need to buy a bunch of them just for the sake of it. Close out. If I remember, the record should be in okay shape. The lyrics are on here. Obviously, if you want to listen to the songs, go on YouTube immediately. I don't know if this is a reprint or what. I don't think so, because the guy was... I don't remember seeing any remakes or remasters he had. I think this is virtual. I don't know, it's sloppily cut. I'm looking at it because I could feel it. It's like cut really shittily. Okay. So if you're wondering what the record looks like that. This is actually pretty clean. I don't see shit on it. I honestly just see dust and a fingerprint or two. I think I got a steal. Okay, so songs. Just Like Starting All Over, Kiss Kiss Kiss, Clean Up Time, Give Me Something, I'm Losing You, I'm Moving On, Beautiful Boy, Darling Boy. First side. Second side. Watching the Wheels, I'm Your Angel, Woman, Beautiful Boys, Dear Yoko, Every Man Has a Woman Who Loves Him, and Hard Times Are Over. So, Again, I haven't really listened to it. I listened to the first side, I remember, and I thought the first side was pretty good. So if you know anything about it, just hit me up on the messages and comments. And oh, you can see right down there, there's a little tear. Don't really care though. Honestly, I just want to get the records and be able to play them. The next record I want to get from John Lennon would probably be Plastic Ono Band. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to try to put it in right now. I'll put it in later, but Double Fantasy. And the last thing in my whole collection, I know it's been a long time, and I don't want to get the sticker off. I think, yeah, I paid $8 for this, like Hey Jude. A lot of people say this is the best John Lennon album. Not my favorite, but I love it. Imagine, I'm not even gonna try to fucking sing. Again, cursing, sorry. But imagine the clouds dripping, dig a hole in your garden to put them in. Yoko, 63. Am I a fan of the album? Yes, I love it. Do I think it's the best? No, again. And this was done on the Apple logo. Apple logo, really Irate-Marauder. The Apple, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, this is the record. Has the price tag right here, in case you didn't know how much I paid for it. Yeah. A regular white sleeve. I think this might be a repressing. I don't know. But, you can see right there, there's a little tear, kind of. I don't think you can. Oh, whatever. You know there's a tear. Let's see. This is relatively clean. Just a few, little nicks. First side. Imagine crippled inside, jealous guy. It's so hard, I don't want to be a soldier. Second side. Give me some truth. Oh my love, how do you sleep? How? And oh Yoko. Again, I love this album, but Plastic Ono Band is way above this, in my opinion. And that's it, folks. Me, Mr. Mayo. Sorry to take up so much of your time. But again, that's my collection. Let's just quickly go over all the stuff so you can remember. Favorite Beatle, Paul. Favorite album, Sgt. Pepper's. Favorite song, Can't Buy Me Love. Origin story. It's been on and off until October, and I listened to my first songs on YouTube and show my collection. I just showed you my collection. So, to me, Mr. Mayo, I hope you comment. I hope I didn't bore you or anything. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. And just remember, I gotta do this for every video now. Comment and subscribe. Like or dislike, I don't give a damn. And guess what? I don't give a fuck about you either. Yes, you got me right there. Because I'm fucking Paul McCartney. Dude! What's my